So just like President Trump warned about, the left is not stopping at Confederate statues. The man who defeated the South and was assassinated for his trouble is now not woke enough. Where does cancel culture end, or does it keep going until American history is completely revised?
I mean, this is so beyond the pale. This is such a sad commentary. I mean, Abraham Lincoln is considered the greatest president ever in America. This was a man not only who led us through the Civil War, but also if anyone has spent reading a few of the 20,000 books written about Abraham Lincoln, more books than about any other person. I mean, just about. He's my hero, by the way. I mean, I live Abraham Lincoln. I read book after book. The people who are behind this, they're idiots. They don't know what they're talking about. They haven't read their history. Oh my God. I mean, this is so pathetic. I think they probably like Fidel Castro, the Fidel Castro school in San Francisco, or maybe Mao Zedong, or maybe, one of the other crazies on the extreme left. How about Jesse Jackson or Farrakhan? I think they'd be more comfortable with that. Abraham Lincoln, we know we're in trouble if Abraham Lincoln is not kosher.
And of course, it's funny that you bring up Farrakhan specifically, because the board member behind this school's name changing, and there's over 40 schools that he wants to change in the San Francisco area, including schools named after George Washington as well, and Abraham Lincoln, as we've been discussing. But when he talks about his inspiration for doing so, he went back to his parents, and his parents are proud members of the Nation of Islam, which of course is headed by Louis Farrakhan. What does that tell you?
Well, the number one anti-Semite in America. He hates Jews, he hates white people, and he hates a lot of other people. So, I mean, it says everything. It is such a sad commentary. And by the way, they're asking the public to send in recommendations. It's beyond the pale. It really is. Abraham Lincoln, oh my God. I mean, it is extraordinary. It is a sad commentary. And I scratch my head when you pick on Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln. I mean, since I was a kid, I fell in love with Abraham Lincoln because of the extraordinary person that he was, the way he treated people, all people. So I guarantee you, the people behind this, they do not know their history. We call it ignorant. They are ignorant. They're idiots, plain and simple.
And of course, over this whole past year, we've also seen there is a statue of Abraham Lincoln with an emancipated slave on the East Coast. There's several versions of it. And of course, we saw Black Lives Matter protesters, Antifa protesters, all other sorts of assorted left-wing protesters calling for those statues to come down. They've torn down George Washington statues, Thomas Jefferson statues. The list just goes on and on and on. And of course, going back to the Farrakhan, for example, we've seen celebrities as well during these riots as they were breaking out. Celebrities such as Chelsea Handler showing support for Louis Farrakhan of all people. And it wasn't just her, there were several other celebrities doing so. What does that say about our society that we're getting rid of the founding fathers and replacing them with hate preachers?
Well, it's very sad. But look, the overwhelming majority of the American people, Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, and normal liberals, they don't agree with this. It's time to stop being silent about these things. Everyone needs to be involved and speak out and stand up. Because most people that I talk to everywhere, liberal, conservative, they think this is nuts. But it is a small group of people, and the media, by the way, the liberal media, which is most of the media, who give attention to this and treat this in a serious fashion. Everyone should be laughing at this. It should be a mockery instead of being, gets attention and it creates a discussion. Abraham Lincoln was a superstar. Oh my God.